Hello and welcome back again, friends. The second round of the Saturday doubleheader features a primarily North America clan 3-5 versus one of the longest standing clans in Hell Let Loose, WRTB. My name is Caparzo, and I'm joined by Mr. Do of the PC Hell Let Loose fame and Mac, who plays for the console clan Legion. Do and Mac, welcome to the broadcast. We're going to be on Carentan here today with WRTB playing the Allies while 3-5 has the Axis. What is the most important thing to see from both these teams here today?
I think the most important thing is really for WRTB to uh, get their feet set and really kind of showcase their ability. They are starting out 0-1 in the second round of Summit, but I believe that they can really play well and possibly win against 3-5. It's going to come down to map control and just executing each other's game plans.
Tank play on this map is kind of a pain. City map's kind of painful. There's a lot of chances for infantry to be really ratty on this map. So you can, as long as whoever takes midpoint can like hold it and watch the lanes, I think they can do pretty good. But whoever takes it has to watch out for things sneaking around in the back.
Yeah, Armor definitely is going to have a tough time.
I would say for infantry, and for the commanders' roles and responsibilities, I think town center is going to be the most equal for both Axis and allies. I mean, for tankers, it's going to be difficult, of course, because it's going to be close quarters and within the city. I kind of fear a little bit for we said 3-5 is Axis, right?
That's correct.
So when it comes to canal crossing the north midpoint, I kind of fear a little bit for 3-5, because that kind of has two key areas for them to control to be able to recap or cap first. But I think if it's the bottom midpoint of train station, it should be a pretty good contest between WRTP and 3-5. But I mean, of course, with competitive Hell Let Loose, most of the time it does kind of come down to who is able to cap mid first and really control it.
Do what would you like to see as far as the midpoint here in this match?
I always like recently, since they changed town center, I kind of like town center a little bit, just to see how people use the new backyards and stuff. I also like the tank play up north as well.
Right.
So
I love to catch the submarine play at the start. That's one of my favorite things to watch too in the truck. It's in a pub lobbies. Those are especially fun to see because you see who has faith and who does not, and hopefully those with faith are rewarded by a decent truck driver. But I do love to see that up at Canal Crossing.
we used to drive the tanks across there until the change, but now you can only get the light tank across.
What was the change being the?
You take damage.
Oh, the engine damage, right?
Across,
Yeah.
Yeah, I do not expect to see any type of light tank going, submarine style or a transport truck. I feel like it's a high risk, high reward situation, of course, but I don't see it happening today. I feel like both of these teams play passive for the most part because they're in my mind I'm thinking they're going to be so set on really trying to cap mid and not mess up, which could lead them to messing up. But we shall see if any risks are taken.
I feel like if either team ignores the north, or whichever team doesn't ignore the north, you kind of have to go across that river. I think because like if you don't, then they control up to the boats, and then they can just shoot south, and it cuts off like a huge lane.
The disparity.
Come down.
Yeah, I think you have to go for that, and you should have your truck drivers practicing. I know if I was having a match on Carentan, that would be like the number one thing I was worried about. It's like, all right, I've never done that before, which is a true statement. Let me figure it out and make it work, especially with private servers now. Like back in the day, it was a crapshoot of what you were gonna get, but now you could know. But I think Carentan also has a massive disparity between what fourth points you can get. If you have Canal Crossing, for example, the Germans could get customs while the Allies can get ruins. That's a very, very big difference in terms of which one's easier to cap. But we are in the midst of a map change now, 30 seconds, and we will be going into the match official. Excited
To
for this one.
Mr. Dew's point about the north side, Canal Crossing, I feel like, yes, that kind of like north side edge where it's on, the crest of that river. I feel like if 3-5 really does neglect that, and they're going to have a very tough time to, be able to recap Canal if they don't cap it first.
Mm-hmm.
I would really want them to kind of play a little bit passive, those squad leads that are meant to be up there, because if they want to have a really good chance of recapping mid, if it is that north side point, then those squad leads are going to have to kind of hang tight a little bit to be able to replace their OPs, but also to really be able to place a garrison on that corner where it would be in their blue sector. And then that would take coordination with their infantry guys to have some suppressing fire to where they can kind of hold down that point. But it seems like Town Center is going to be the midpoint for this match.
All right.
Let's do it, boys. This church is one of my favorite spots to come in on Town Center from. It's always a good time. I love getting my squad set up there and pushing south into the church. Just a blast.
Yeah, I'm hoping WRTB and 3-5 think to themselves of the key areas and the key sectors to really gain map control. For a commander, I would tell my guys to, send 2-3 squads up to that north side church, to be able to have that cap pressure and have the ability to move down towards, the strong point. But also, you're gonna have to have guys on that south side, where you have all those, alleys and those streets to go through. But I mean, we'll see. And I'm also curious as to what both of these team setups are going to be tank wise. If they're going to have maybe 2 recons or 2 light tanks.
Yeah, and we're panning over
some,
here some of the open spots that Dew was talking about earlier, these new open spots, so that'll definitely play a factor.
I've got some PC player questions about how you guys set up stuff. How many people in a squad for you guys? Like, how many people do you usually play in a comp match? Are you going like
Do you want me to answer,
6,
or you?
Or you
It's
3-man squads?
it's usually 3, like
And you use all 20 squads?
typically yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So it's the same as us.
Yeah. I mean, so there is a bit of a gap, so to say, between the teams. I know for us, for me and Caparzo, since we both play for Legion, we do utilize the max squads with the squad leads. So we usually always hit the 20 limit. And that, sometimes it's, you got solo squad leads, but, a lot of times it's 2-3 mans.
Yeah. More OPs, the more better.
I mean, there's always going to be teams that are, behind in the meta and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's a huge change from how it was at the start of this competitive life cycle in this game for us. Like back in the day, season 1, it was things like 6-man squads. You won if you had 4 garrisons up, and if you put a rep station up, you instantly won. And we're seeing some rocket snipes gonna be coming in, I'm sure. WRTB.
I mean, if these teams have been practicing these rocket snipes, I mean, it could be really well. That one's kind of
way off.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I understand 3-5's idea of maybe hitting the open fields. But I mean,
I think
with
we don't even use
Carentan, it's
that road anymore.
yeah.
And we're seeing this
So
is
many
a
snipes.
this
so
is
many
a
snipes
prime
from those
snipe
roads.
route.
Nope, nope.
I appreciate the effort and the idea, but it's
It's still coming in.
surely
He still has one more
miscalculated.
rocket.
That's
Some
getting out pretty early.
of these guys getting out in the gardens. A lot of these guys getting out in the gardens. Oh, that's a lot of 3-5.
Where's the
So,
artillery?
Yeah, so 3-5 is
That
surely
Oh
just
my
gonna
goodness.
shut up.
Oh my goodness. That's one of the juiciest strafe runs I've ever seen. Did you see that? He
It's
took
not a
out
bad rocket.
half the team with that strafe.
Allies taking a real long time to get in. This point's pretty Allied sided.
Yeah,
opener.
so 3-5 is
We got like nobody up at church. There's like nobody at church on either. What's going on? Oh, they went way south.
Yeah. Yeah, we're seeing all the way down by a train station. Oh, there's a taking shots at the truck over there. Panzer II.
Where's the fourth point?
Mount Halais.
Ruins and Mount Halais. Okay.
Yeah, Ruin's very, very tough to defend if you're the WRTB in this case.
I mean, WRTB is going to have to look at redeploying their OPs to really not be put on their back foot and to, still keep the ground that they have. Because they are in a position to start contesting.
Medium on P2 right now. Quick work for the medium.
Get him.
Might not have an angle yet.
Although ruins to town center's pretty good for recapping.
Yeah,
The best one that
There
you
we
can
go.
possibly get.
So a light tank went down.
The spot where that medium is right now is the strongest spot for a tank for town center.
and Stewart pinching from the other side as well. It's really
I would like to
sneaky
see
work.
some infantry with that Stewart, though. I mean, that Stewart can really help out a
The
lot.
fact that they control the church and they're not coming down, I don't. What's going on up here?
Yeah, it's
Why
a-
are they just sitting around up there?
it's
They-
a 3-5
like
count.
Complete control.
They replace their outpost here. Fox replaces his outpost. And they're starting to squeeze. Seeing artillery starting to fall.
But you can see 3-5 is starting to wrap from that southwest side. And they're about to start sweeping basically WRTB's front line. Their front push.
Yeah,
Although
control that
WRTB
south
is
pretty good.
WRTB is getting some good cap pressure, so
Losing
it
the
kind
Stewart.
of
I don't know, they just have so much control in the north that they're not taking advantage of.
I think this tank just got satcheled here actually too.
Yeah, last week I sat here and I got satcheled 9 times and 9 satchels off my tank. They just kept coming out from behind.
Wonder if it is on him. I think it is. I couldn't see it though. The highlight.
The most I've ever taken off in a comp match.
We had a clanmate in a match last week. We were playing on Kharkov as the Russians. He put a satchel on the same tank 5 times in a row, and it got defused every single time. Just brutal.
That's good
so the
satchel.
medium tank did go down
Yep.
for the Allies.
This P2 is set up very nicely to support 3-5 as they kind of wrap around here and they kind of cut off the reinforcement.
What happened to their P4? Never showed up.
You know what? That's a good point. I never really got eyes on it. Maybe it went further south.
Oh, no, it's coming. I think it's coming right down the middle. Unless that was a trick.
Yep. Yeah, here he is. He's probably playing a little further back.
Taking his time.
Slow and steady wins the
Once-
race.
Once the tanks get in here, it's hard to get them out.
Yeah.
There's so much cover.
Yeah, turn this little courtyard into like a little rep station, modern art, and keep them up the whole game if you can.
I mean, it seems like WRTB is going for the far kind of map control flanks. I mean, they still have the presence up north. There's not much 3-5 up north,
They haven't been
but they're
pushing
not
that out.
having the initiative and the action to start closing down from the north side. And also, I mean, WRTB does have guys to the south that they kind of focus heavily
there
on.
too.
Yeah,
We got
yeah.
guys in ruins.
I'm gonna sweep over to ruins over here and see what's what 3-5 has got going. One squad leader, an AT, and looks like this is just a point defense squad. We have L Zone, Garrison, Mate, Bottle Flip, Aaron. Some names I recognize from back in my KRC days.
So these 2-3-5s, infantry guys, they just, they didn't do anything super special. They just took that little alleyway because WRTB lost kind of that front section straight west of town center.
Yeah, Fat Hog I think has his OP just in that little courtyard back there. But
Yeah.
cap pressure begins for WRTB on town center, which seems like it's crazy from
Finally
a second
coming in
ago.
from the north.
Yep.
Like, finally coming in from the north.
This Panzer
If
flipped around.
if they take out that Panzer, that's going to really speed up the cap weight. But you got the P2
yeah,
rolling in
P2
to
coming.
support.
Yeah. But that P2 leaving where... Oh, they satcheled it.
Brought the satchel
So-
to them.
Yeah, I wonder if that P2 took some damage because
Definitely
they were flying
did.
up. Yep, they did.
Some arty smoke coming
Yeah.
in.
Got some already smoke coming in.
Get satchel right now.
So yeah, you got an engineer. Hopefully he's got a shotgun and a satchel.
I think he
Seems
does.
like he
puff,
does.
puff, pass over here.
Yeah.
Satchels them.
Satchels, yep.
That spotter not looking behind.
Yeah, I think so. WRTB now with some nice infantry presence, dealing with both of these tanks. Once this P2 goes pop, let's see if they're able to reinforce from the north. What's it look like?
3-5 is starting to send some guys to the north. They may have a north side in their sector, a backup garrison, for recon purposes and quick redeployments. So I mean, it is kind of shifting. It seems like WRTB is coming more from the south now as opposed to the north, and 3-5 is retaking that north side church.
Can we get a map view? See what the OPs look like right here?
Yeah, of course.
We only got 3 of them kind of in the area.
Yep, 3. One in this little alley, one closer up, like right on the edge of the cap, and then this guy burning his OP up right in the middle. Also see a red zone garrison over here. It's pretty interesting to see. I think they just kind of struggled with their spacing there, but
That's that normal like alcove. People always put a garrison in there. It's only one way in.
WRTB will really cap
we see our
if-
first heavy.
They've
if they think to themselves, because there's going to be a garrison down that road. Because I've seen some 3-5 kind of have some mass spawns over there.
There goes the OP in the backyard.
Yeah.
Oh, bombing run.
This Tiger's going to make
That
things
Tiger's
difficult.
still up.
Yeah.
So Tiger's still up, but it took some damage from that bombing run.
Yeah, probably hurt
Yeah,
its
bomb-
tracks.
Bombing run will get rid of all the tracks.
This tank looking down this
Yeah.
alley. It's not a good spot to be if you're... Yep. Well, I was going to see who you were, but rest in peace, sir. WRTB still doing decently in the north. I mean, 3-5 now at least over here, but these are
I
some...
feel like town center is so easy to defend if you just take a few minutes just to build up some barbed wire
Right.
gates. You can just cut off
I
whole
mean-
avenues of approach.
Yes, and putting some mines,
Oh,
some AP mines down. I mean, but it just kind of seems like WRTB's strategy is just a little bit sporadic.
see the map here. This garrison clears out for
Garrison's
WRTB
clear.
for a moment at least. Got a wave
Axis
in on
was-
it.
Axis is pretty good about coming back and defending though, so that's always a plus. To know when to come back.
Yeah, I
If
think
you lose some front line.
I think you'd see that from both of the teams here. Like if they were holding the point, that's why I think this one will probably go the full 90 minutes for either team, because two disciplined teams and they know what they're doing as far as how far they can push it. with this tank here with this tank here now and a garrison, I'm sure that they're going to be working on a rep station, and there it goes. Very hard to unseat Deathface Vader in Iowa here. What do we look like for tanks? For not seeing.
So maybe Apaches in that supply truck to the north that just dropped the box, and E4.
Are you guys seeing any Allied tanks here on the map?
I don't see the 76 out there. Maybe on ruins. Maybe it's just underneath that OP.
Oh, yep. You're right. You're 100% right. Yep.
Oh, yep.
There he is. I was gonna say they gotta have one on the field by now. Yep. Very tough. Oh, yep. We see him over there pushing out of the ruins in the distance.
I mean, that Tiger tank is just sitting right there, and if they are just like, if the spotter and the gunner are just strictly focusing on that main road, as soon as that 76 just peeks its head, I mean, that Tiger should be ready. So hopefully WRTP can get some pressure kind of on this southwest backside, and really be able to spot and then get some pressure to help the 76 so they can, you know, recap mid. I mean, we're 15 minutes in. I mean, there's still plenty of time.
They get a tank to the right of where you're looking right now. The Tiger over here on this corner.
Yeah.
Pretty big.
This alley is one of my least favorite places in the whole map to push. It's horrifyingly scary. It's just, there's so many ways to die going down that alley.
Yeah, you just put
You know, and
barbed
Belgian
wire.
gate in there.
Yeah.
Belgian gate in there, and they can't come through.
Yep.
yeah.
That's what the
and
P2 was doing earlier, is sitting over here and just kind of cutting off WRTB from being able to push front door. If they had a Tiger there. Whew.
It's real easy to sit there because you can just watch the alley with your
Right.
full gun and just sideways the gun and just take care of everybody in that area. It's a strong spot. Town center spot, real boring. All you can do is kind of look forward to that one hole.
We look over here towards ruins. Two
WR
squads worth of action.
WRTB has a lot of guys on defense, which is not really helping them with the push. Now, granted, you know, like Mr. Dew said, the push from ruins to town center is quite favorable for the Allies, but I just, depending on how many guys they have on those OPs that are trying to attack, I feel like it's just going to be super difficult for WRTB.
Coming in from one direction onto ruins kind of sucks. As Axis, you really want to be coming in from, you want to pinch them from the north and the south at the same time.
A super frontline garrison built up over there, though. So as 3-5 is able to consolidate their defense and feel comfortable there, I think you'll start to see this garrison get really utilized, and just you can overwhelm them just in soft cap by moving to the adjacent courtyard from you. Seeing a rep station going down on ruins as well. Tough point to defend, though, ruins, just period.
So, I mean, like,
A lot of smoke out there not being used.
yeah. With both town center and ruins, I know during the coalition scrim that we had on the same map, with ruins as the 4th point, but the mid was train station. I know when we kept ruins as the coalition,
Was that the 76?
we had barbed wire.
That was the rep station going down.
WRTB can utilize some, you know, some structures to maybe close off some of these alleyways, and then, you know, you kind of funnel 3-5, and then you can just have maybe one MG just kind of watching that area.
I truly believe Carentan is the best map to build stuff on.
Yeah.
Because it is just so powerful on Carentan. Because you can literally block everything off. You just have to have a team that is willing to take the, 10, 15 minutes to do it.
You can get so many barbed wires off a single box too. You know what I mean? Like, people make it out harder than it actually is to do. You get 2 ammo boxes down, and if you're the Germans in this case, getting 2 ammo boxes is the easiest thing in the world. And you just go crazy with mines and fortify. It only takes like a couple minutes to really get done.
It's just there's a lot of people that just want to shoot, don't want to do utility. When really, like, the utility wins the game.
Yeah. One of my favorite things to do is mine up, like, the gardens on SMDM, and, you're going to have a Gary somewhere around there. And then seeing your garrison go hot and then clear itself because there's, like, a million mines over there and you didn't have to run 200 meters all the way over there or rebuild it. That kind of stuff just really makes the game that much better for me.
With the constant spawns of 3-5 on this attacking garrison, WRTB has at some point got to realize, which they may do, they have quite a few guys going towards that direction. They got to realize that the reason why they're getting so much pressure on ruins right now is because they have a spawn point close by.
Yep. And, it's not a mystery, or it shouldn't be, about where they're coming from with the sheer amount of smoke that's coming out over here. 3-5 now pushing further into it, but 76 is there.
I mean, that support guy who's just sitting up in the ruins is just killing them every time.
Yeah.
So, I don't know who that is. No, but
Let's see who we got over here. Let's give him some props. Irate mate.
Yeah, he's just sitting up there just killing them every time they come out of that smoke.
Are we able to take a look at town center and the map
Yes,
real
of
quick to
course.
see if WRTB has made any progress? It doesn't look like it.
We have a garrison in the north in the cemetery, one near the ruins, and one in the south. This garrison's still locked here, just in the red zone, as is the garrison in the north. This one is one to watch, because if this clears and you could get a spawn wave off of, that's be pretty helpful for the Germans, or for WRTB, but I think we're seeing they sniffed it out, and they took it out. Yep. Murphy, good work.
There's a lot of guys up there in the north.
It is.
If I was Apache, I mean, I understand the idea of trying to get that garrison, because I mean, it is a bit of a risk to have it super far away and it take a long time for guys to move down. But I mean, that's I would probably put a garrison past that canal crossing bridge to allow maybe one or two squad leads move down.
Axis only need one guy in the factory to really watch that entire area, because it's pretty open and you can see pretty much everywhere from the factory. I think you don't have to commit as many people up here.
Right. You're talking about the factory here, correct?
Yeah, you just sit in the window, or you get on the roof and you just sit there and snipe people from a mile away.
Bit of a stalemate here in the north. I'm sure 3-5's content just to let them be where they are and not letting them get any further. Have a squad leader moving in here, Cavito.
Usually see a lot of people like Axis pushing down this road.
Right, into ruins.
Farther north. Yeah.
That's where
Yeah,
I prefer to push from as well.
At some point, WRTB is going to have to retake this kind of north side push, and I think they do need to have a tank, and then pushing from the front. I'm not sure what WRTB's presence is still in the south. If maybe we can pan to the map real quick.
Let's just see if Berg's able to.
Every time I've played, I feel like losing the Southern Gardens is worse than losing the church. When we hold town center, like I always feel like it's easier to get in from the south than it is from the north into town center. But I don't know about these new backyards in the north.
Mm-hmm. You're talking about
New
these
backyards.
gardens here?
Where that squad leader is on the right who just died.
Oh.
Those gardens, the Southern Gardens.
So WRTB used another bombing run, but I mean you don't have much to work with. I mean you got that one squad lead, but he doesn't have his squad mates with him.
3-5 doing a really good job here, kind of like pushing up here. This is a great MG spot for this guy, especially when he has his team to his left flank, kind of holding it down for him. He's essentially cutting down this whole lane of reinforcement into the point. Just one guy. That's an effective use of manpower.
So
Yeah,
3-5 I don't think has used a bombing run. Do they have any more tanks coming out?
We have the tank on town center, and let's see what else we have here. Ooh, we hear some tank noises. Not sure where this. where we're seeing the other tank at, but
Really, you'd put one in town center, one in those southern gardens
Yeah.
where the P2 was on the opener, and then the third one probably go in church.
no, they have 2 tanks on town center.
Yeah, that's not terrible.
P4 and
P4.
Tiger. Is that American tank? Yep, that American tank is hanging out on ruins. Yeah, giving them support. Is this garrison still here? It is, I believe, right? Yeah, that's a garrison.
I mean, hopefully that engineer kind of works his way back
Yeah.
through. But
Definitely should be maybe using that P4 to like push us somewhere.
I think that is their opener P4, so
Just bring it down that alleyway. Just jam it in there.
oh,
all that engineer needs to do is just go down that
Yeah,
alley.
He's coming from
Okay.
the backside. I don't know why he's not.
look at
Oh,
this.
see, there we
just-
go. A little building. That's good.
There we go.
Yeah. So
But
he's gonna
is-
get there and satchel it.
Yep, it looks like
Small chance that doesn't satchel.
It might not.
I don't know if you would have those problems in
No,
console, but we have them terrible in PC.
we have the Panzer IV that if you shoot it in the ass, like there's like a 70% chance it's not gonna register for some reason.
Oh, yeah.
so. Fubar of 3-5 plays that satchel, and he's quite an experienced player. But we'll see as soon as the satchel goes off. We should be.
I think he's trying to get a
I think he
2
he
for
was
1.
trying to get both.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what.
Yeah, he got it.
Good. There we go.
Well done, Fubar. Never doubted you.
Sometimes that would just not work at all.
Yeah, right? You gotta run the RNG machine first. Arion,
He got the one. Is he gonna get the trade? He's gonna get the trade. Yeah.
All right.
Pat Hog.
So Fubar takes one for the team. Bad Hog takes down.
Ooh,
the
are they
other
getting
guy.
an out? Are they trying to get an outpost here? Or no, I think he's bandaging?
Might be bandaging.
You had to hurt him to come by.
Yeah, definitely.
You should definitely have hurt him.
Elzone is a great player.
So Elzon looks like he's.
Oh no, you had to have
Elzon
hurt
hears him.
Yeah.
No. Why?
Yep. Yep. Elzon was already, aimed down sight, just waiting for him to just start running. Sees Fubar. And that's Fubar again. Yep.
It is.
Slow is smooth.
He might have placed another satchel. Let's see if they may have noticed it. I don't know if he
Did
got
he?
it off.
Oh, sorry, boys. That's very fast. There's no in between on the speeds on this advent cam. No, it doesn't
You
look
don't
like he
have,
got in
you
one.
don't have mouse scroll.
Oh, wait, no, he did. Almost invisible.
Almost invisible.
I don't think.
You don't get the highlight either.
We get the highlight. It's just weak.
We get a wheel. It shows us the wheel of how long it has until it goes off for us.
Oh. Oh, but that's because I'm on the other team.
Yeah, it shows it on both.
Oh, that's nice. See, that would be great.
Fubar's going back through. Is he? Oh,
No, they didn't hold the alleyway. They just need to get a guy there just to hold the alleyway.
Yeah, Finn.
Fubar got caught
They got him.
switching guns.
Ooh, turn around. You had to hear him. Oh. Looks like they got some guys coming up from behind on town center.
Yeah, we're gonna pan over to here in a second with this fizzling a little bit. You have these guys in the south.
Way south, yeah.
All right, south. They're starting to work their way.
Any defenses over here? This is definitely a spot that you can likely see them try to get it up. Tigger on Wicked in this super tight quarters. Sure, Tigger wishes he didn't have the car. Believe that's what he's got. Oh, and he gets him.
Takes him out.
Gonna turn off.
Tigger was more patient.
Unlike the real Tigger, who would never wait for anything.
Oh, this could post him. Yep. Okay.
Problem with the with the car.
Yeah, don't miss
One
even
shot,
once.
don't miss.
Let's go back over here. It looks like there's a
Did
lot more.
Does he not see? Did he not see the machine gunner up on the? This is sitting right in front of him.
Oh, over here.
He didn't see him. He just ran by him. I guess it's all right if he's trying to like sneak.
Yeah. I'm surprised he was able to get over there. I think he's getting an outpost up.
I think he heard him.
Is that garrison still up? In that little courtyard right there.
It is.
Yeah, they never went in the back. That
Man.
engineer never came down behind them.
Man, that's been up for so long.
At the same time, 3.5 hasn't really been putting like insane spawn waves on it where you can be like, oh, okay,
Also,
garrison.
Those tanks are definitely within 100 block. No, they're not.
That's a big spawn wave, though.
That was.
But why are they pushing? Okay, well,
MG.
it's not a bad play. You got 2 3.5s kind of pushing back out,
Two
sweep
tanks.
the area a little bit.
I think WRTB is kind of setting up for something, but we have to be very careful. Look at this.
Oh yeah. Here it comes.
Nice.
They know. They know.
George Lucas gets a trade-off one,
Uh,
but the tank is doing weird things.
Get it on there while he's stuck.
Is it on?
Unless he already got it on.
He might have.
Well, I think he does. I think it's on the back right, sparking right there, maybe.
It's always hard to see. Oh, yep, there it is.
Yep, yeah.
So that'll be down 176 for infantry, which is huge for 3.5.
It's going to make it very hard for this tank to go back with that.
Yep.
They're going to put 2 rounds in to stop to open the hole.
I'm quite surprised that the people that spawned on that attacking garrison in that courtyard did not hear the coax of this 76 and decide to try to push out.
Looks like there's going to be some cap pressure, though.
Maybe they could see it if they went around that corner. That recon guy should be able to see it right now, that spotter. If he looked over there.
Look at this cap pressure
If
begins.
I was,
And yeah,
I was about to say if I was
so
3.5, got the chance.
if you start capping, that tank is going to come back, and you can just deal with it when it comes
Yep,
back.
and here he goes.
There he goes.
And here
Yeah.
they go dealing with it. Oh, that's hell let loose, baby. Let's go,
that's-
baby.
Tanks. Hit gas tanks.
Oh my god.
I saw it coming.
Oh, that's a tragedy. That's a tragedy. Don't let the family know what happened.
As a rocket guy, you always let the satcheler go first. Let them go up there.
In a
first,
comp
save your
game,
rockets.
in a pub, those are
Especially-
my points, and they always were my points, and I'm gonna take them.
Good, especially against allies.
Yeah.
Because you can just shoot them in the side. It's much easier to hit them with a rocket.
I believe that was an arty shell that just landed.
Yeah.
Got a couple guys with it.
This is
I'm
always a
assuming
map.
if arty is landing there, then WRTB knows that there is a spawn.
Right. I do think that there's a definite factor of like we see everything, and they just don't realize exactly where it is.
This group has been coming here for the last like 15-20 minutes, and they have just been letting them. They haven't gone in there
Yeah.
to clear it out. They're just like that group in the south right there should have cleared this out, and then you gotta take care of your sector before you take care of their sector.
Yeah, and it looks like there is just like full defense right now. Let's take a look at the map. This garrison is back open to the southwest. WRTB relying on just one garrison in the active sector. Their blue lines, unfortunately, have probably gone down. Now we're seeing some WRTB L zone over here. I think realized what happened. Yep, and this person definitely saw the garrison. Judas, he's probably staying alive right now to mark his body.
Which is a good play.
Good play.
I mean, if WRTB takes out that attacking garrison, and if 3.5 doesn't place any OPs, or if they get swept while that garrison goes down, that can buy WRTB time
One
to
of these
regroup and push. But they are
SLs
starting
need
to.
go north. One of these SLs just needs to go north and put an OP in the north.
Did the garrison on point go down if they're redropping supplies? I think it might have.
No, it is still
Still
up.
up?
Yeah, it's still up.
Bombing run coming in for WRTB down the street. Or did that already come in? I don't think it came in yet.
Do you guys see a lot of that just bombing runs used to just kill people instead of like we don't ever see that. It's just like bombing runs are just for killing garrisons on a push.
Yeah, I think most of
So-
the time you try to use it just on a garrison.
Yeah.
But in practice, it's not always used that way.
It depends on the team.
So yeah, this
Because
looks like
there
they're
are
trying- no,
teams-
they're not trying to kill that garrison.
There are teams that know how to utilize bombing runs for what you just said, of just taking out spawn points if they appear on recon or on flares. But I feel like Apache and WRTB right now, they're on the back foot. They are.
This is a
They're
dangerous
losing
territory
momentum.
right now with no garrison on point right now. Closest garrison being in the red zone over here, and just really one OP to rely on. So it's all hands on deck here for WRTB as they rally to the point.
I mean, they're doing pretty good to just kill them all and keep them off the point.
Right.
I mean, it's not like they're.
It looks like WRTB is defending.
Yep.
Just like use that initiative for coming back to save your point before you lose your point to just like get rid of that garrison so that doesn't happen.
I mean, right now you're about to have a meat grind because you got this massive defense force coming from the south,
I think over here.
and you still have that 3-5 garrison
They're
up.
finally coming in though.
Yep.
They must have just not know. I don't know how you wouldn't know. It was like 20 minutes of them coming from
Oh,
the
There we
same
go.
hole.
There we go. He's got it. It was definitely marked by that guy who stayed up. That garrison goes down by Senna and Headless. That's going to buy WRTB exactly the time that you were talking about, Mac. And look, garrison back up.
Yeah.
Both
See,
blue lines back up too.
We got 3 garrisons back up in the active sector, which is great.
Yeah, if they just clear the hard cap, it'd be good to push
Yeah.
their line forward.
We see Lima squad with an OP that's hot in the north, but he needs to, kind of keep that up and try to get to the church. Really good work. I mean, it looked bad there for a second, but WRTB fragged out. They made sure to finally get that garrison, and now they find themselves in a much better situation.
We could do definitely work on OP placement for radar on defense. I think a little bit. They can be knowing where everybody is. A lot easier on this map to know where where they're coming from. You just put your OPs in the right spots.
It would have been interesting.
It's just
Oh,
nice.
2 tigers now.
Oh, they got 3 tanks, 2 tigers.
Tanks are,
I would have liked to see that P4
Wasting
maybe
their time
dive
here a little
in
bit.
on that cap pressure behind his infantry and just see what you can do.
Is 3-5 starting to put barbed wire in some of these alleyways? I don't know if I saw one over
Let
by
me
that
see
tiger
over
tank
here.
that's to the north.
Over here is I don't see any here.
No.
In the north, I
I
do
thought I
see
saw
one.
barbed wire on the back side. Yeah.
Yep, here's a barbed
they-
wire.
Oh, yep, they do. Yep.
Yeah, they
So
have
that's
a
a
couple.
good strategy.
weird spots to put them though. Don't.
This one, I think you're just trying to funnel people into the open,
yeah.
but like make it so you can't corner peek. Hey, I'll take some barbed wire over no barbed wire.
I feel like this is really passive for the tanks to just be all 3 sitting in here.
On the other hand, to dislodge. Ooh, what happened?
Nope.
Oh, that's a rep
Oh,
station.
just-
Rep station.
Like that P4 should definitely be pushing forward and helping infantry do something.
It's gonna be really hard to beat
Over.
3-5.
I mean,
With
at least the tanks should be all watching a lane instead of they're like all watching the same hole.
yeah, don't come down this street if you're an enemy tank or infantryman.
So there's nobody in that south alleyway. I don't know. I can't quite see the icon of which infantry that is. If that's a squad lead or not.
Yeah, it's a squad lead.
That's
It's
a-
Kvart.
Squad lead. Okay, so I mean, if he takes out Hot Dog here,
He tried to
outta
place an
here.
OP, but he was too close to enemy, so he knows he's there.
all right.
Big play by Kvart.
So right here, he places an OP, gets a few more guys, because there's a couple other squad mates or a couple other teammates behind him.
I don't know if he got the OP
coming
down.
down that same alleyway.
You just,
But there-
you just take that south house. Which gives many
There's
people
an
in that south house
outpost.
you can.
There's an outpost just across. that
Oh.
little
Oh, he hit the
alleyway.
landmine. He hit the landmine.
Brutal. That's what we're talking about. A little bit of defense work like that. That's a thing that could have turned into something a lot more significant. And one landmine placed by one guy just saying, I'll place a mine over here. Saved it. Got a tanker out of his tank. Bold with all this artillery going down.
Oh, that's a ballsy
What is he
move. Let's see
doing?
if it pays off.
What is he doing? He's
Yeah.
like, I'm gonna take the house.
Dark Knight. He was bored.
He doesn't need to be in a tank. What was that? He just like ran around them and then
Oh my god.
clear it. Clear it.
No,
I'll
Dark
take matters
Knight.
in my own hands.
We were rooting for Dark Knight so hard just there.
sh-
Looks like more engineers to get some stuff down. It's an intimidating sight for WRTB if they had a recon plane go overhead and see 3 tanks there.
Thing is, you just smoke it, and all those tanks can't do anything. You
That's
just
true.
Sit in there. You just go in. Satchel.
Starting to gain some
Yeah.
momentum on that south side.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that that engineer takes out, because
This
there's an
tanker.
outpost. There's an outpost just north of that engineer on the other side of that house.
Come on,
but he just
Mizzly.
went down, so he's not gonna be able to take it out. They both go down. Unfortunate.
Another explosion in there.
Yeah, this there just keep getting rep stations up and they keep blowing up rep stations.
Yep. We don't even build rep stations in there anymore. They just get arced.
Yeah.
It's like a waste of time.
Oh, that artillery just missed a big spawn wave.
Yeah, so they got a garrison right on the point, right?
Yep.
Bad spot. That's a bad spot.
Yeah.
It's a scary spot to spawn in.
It's quite juicy if you're an arty guy.
Oh, absolutely.
That's, people would be screaming to remove that Gary and put it up somewhere.
Well, so
Ooh.
a squad lead just put a garrison ping down, so they do know there's something there.
You see that? They just P-striked one of the Tigers.
The one that was been sitting there the entire time.
Never could have seen it coming, dude. Does look like this squad over here is starting to get, this Kavart squad is starting to get a little bit of something going on over here. This is where I would want to push from if I'm them, but their OP so close. Reaper versus Mannerheim. Oh, Reaper.
Just couldn't pull the trigger fast enough.
Check all the corners. You gotta check all the corners in these backyards. No, you're leaving the whole entire sector.
Oh, Mazzilli's back.
Mazzilli's gonna go down. Oh no, Reaper doesn't even. Oh, well, let's just keep moving.
He didn't clear his
Just gonna-
corners.
Captain
gonna
Price
keep going.
is in shambles right now. What?
Oh yeah, he spawned on outside the wall. Bye bye.
Bye, Mannerheim. I love this game, man.
The WRTB starting to get a little bit more pressure from that north side.
Yeah,
man.
look at that. Really good job. Who do we have
there we
over
go.
here?
We're
Lenny.
starting to.
No, what are you doing? You should've-
Mazzilli.
you should've gone straight. If you came out in front, you should have gone for him.
Oh! He got
Did
the...
it
I
on?
think he did. He did.
It was on. Yep.
Oh,
Dark-
he got it.
Is Dark
Oh,
Knight gonna...
He's-
No.
Maybe not.
No, his
Oh,
crew's
that's-
definitely
that's-
told him.
that's-
That's good. That smoke's good. He's gonna see it. There's no. Yeah, he's,
Does he have time though?
yeah.
Yeah, he'll have enough time. We saw the closest call earlier during the 9 mid game. Yeah,
Yep.
really good. Mazzilli, what a
Drop another
play.
arty shot right there.
Yeah,
This
dude.
smoke is not
Cap
bad.
pressure.
It's actually a good play. Don Gotti, or who's that? Shifty.
Coming in
Yep.
behind too, that's good.
This is huge play here. Don Gotti's definitely have
They
a
could get rid of.
satchel.
They could get that garrison.
Ooh, that Gary. Don
Oh,
Gotti.
Shifty! Look! Use your awareness.
Don Gotti's got the satchel on. Soda Bear might know.
No, I don't think they do. They don't have a.
Oh,
have a
Don
spotter
Gotti
to
sees
see
the
it.
garrison.
Oh, and they got the
Oh.
Gary. Pickle Rick got it. Turned himself into a pickle.
Don Gotti, look. Okay.
Okay, so that P4 is dead. They're not getting it off of that. Now they just have to get to this tiger.
Yeah. Puff Puff Pass. We have another AT over
Oh
here.
my
They got a lot. This is pretty good for them.
WRTB.
Yeah.
This looks-
Cap pressure also
Tigers
begins on
in.
ruins.
Yeah, I think they have to come back. They're not. They're gonna lose this.
Look at this
Tiger's the only
play.
thing on there. Tiger's the only
Hey.
one on.
Take out that tiger, and it's I.
Oh, he
feel
gets
like
run
it's a done
over.
deal.
Should have saw that run over coming.
Black May.
There's enough stuff you can jump up on top, and he's not going quick enough.
Oh, he's satcheled.
Yeah.
Satchel's on the Tiger. Cap.
Can't really get out to stop it either. There's so many guys around.
Yeah. 3-5. Closest garrison they'll have will be at least 200 meters away with this garrison going down right in the middle of the point. Tiger's fleeing.
3-5. 3-5's defending.
I mean, it's super. It cleared all of those tanks in like 5 minutes. So that's pretty good.
Oh, Muhammad, amazing. Gets 2. Tiger goes down.
I think they brought enough people back.
Yeah. Yep. And with that, let's go over here and check this out. What's the garrison situation? Nothing on ruins. Oh goodness,
Well,
WRTB.
3 OPs.
Yep.
3 OPs around. They're not that bad if they actually get people to come back on them, which they should be doing.
Yep. Let's see if we can get some good play out of Aaron. Oh boy, in the house. Hears them, undoubtedly.
I hear a bombing run coming through.
That'll be on ruins.
Yeah.
Or no, that's a defensive bombing run.
Him getting into the hard cap. Stalling it.
Defense is on for WRTB as well.
WRTB starts defending. 3-5 has an outpost to the bottom left of the, right there by those houses.
Mm-hmm.
Structures.
Oh no, and this tank is taking shots. I think it's a medium, right? Yep.
Yeah. Oh. That rocket would have hit, would have taken him out.
Mm-hmm.
That hog's kind of in a oh, he goes down,
Kesner.
just gets annihilated.
Infy saving him. Mazzilli, really disciplined player. He goes from satchel in the tank a moment ago to back on defense. Love to see that.
I mean, good play by WRTB to come back, defend ruins. They really had the upper hand though. But now
where's their
5 is regrouping right there.
Much better spot.
You're causing them to full reset. Look how much territory they lost having to go all the way back.
Both teams, like a mutual reset
teams,
there.
Yeah.
And another,
yeah, I mean,
another Tiger's back. That was so impressive by WRTB taking out all those tanks so quickly, though. It's like bang, 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 3 tanks gone and cap pressure beginning. Really, really, really good to see.
The 2 massive defense, strategies of just, full redeploying on each person's respective, defending strong point is kind of like, kind of having, offsetting penalties in football because, yes, 3-5 lost all that ground a little bit on that front push from the east of ruins, but WRTB didn't have really anybody to really capitalize on that because they also had to do a full reset from really their kind of far south active sector garrison because they didn't have anything on the point or to the north besides those few OPs. Right,
and it looked like there was a garrison spawn on the airhead. I think it was just like a lot of clumped up infantry, kind of in the same spot as they were earlier. But 3-5, again, with cap pressure on the point. That tank going down on, that 75 going down for WRTB. We still have, oh, no, they did take out their garrison as well, so there's a recon outpost, but solid blue line garrison set up to get people back in, hopefully quickly.
There's WRTB infantrymen that are just on that red-blue line, kind of where 3-5 has been pushing this entire game onto ruins. I mean, and already just took out some WRTB folk. I'm not sure if they have another garrison or if it's just a few OPs, but 3-5 is getting great pressure from pretty much the same spot they've been having for the past 30 minutes.
Once they get
in that little courtyard.
All they gotta do is get in these houses and the mix taken in. It's so much easier.
Drugs and
just get up on those
guns.
roofs.
Cutting off anything that's going to come to the south. He's in a really good spot right now.
I mean, WRTB has proven to, defend, and they're starting to do it again. Losing about half cap and then coming back.
Oh, wow. I don't even know what got him there. Looked like it was a shotgun, but I don't see anyone close enough to do that with a shotgun. Wow. Joker's in a really good spot as well. Jemble, good spot. Trying to, well, actually, before he got into the barbed wire, I'm cursing these players like no tomorrow. Sorry, guys. Here's another defensive bombing run.
What's the resource pool like for WRTB?
Very, very light across the board.
They have Apache has gone to great lengths to
Where is all their
try to help
fuel?
defend.
75 munitions, 72 fuel, and 80.
I feel like I've only seen 176 this entire game, and I've yet to see it come back after it died.
Yeah, that is interesting. It's not like they're missing nodes either. You know, it's indestructible nodes here with the Summit rule set, and they have full. So
Are you able to zoom in? Are you able to zoom in on that courtyard again where they had that garrison prior?
Tom Tenor?
Right there in front of us. No, so
Oh.
right there on ruins. I'm trying to see if they have another mass spawn point.
Yeah,
Or if it's
to your
just
left where that
OPs.
garrison was.
It's just 1 OP, 2 OP, 3 OP, and then there's a garrison in the north and south.
Okay, does 3-5 have a spawn point right below the
Right
camera
underneath
right
you.
now?
Yeah, right underneath you.
No.
Yep. No. No.
No.
I
Okay.
think they have just 1
I've
OP, but they're moving forward. What is this, Panzer II? Lux? Yeah.
I
That's
feel like
lots.
not getting a garrison back up instantly is. Like, this, like there should already been a garrison back up long ago.
This looks as bleak as it's looked on a 3-5 cap thus far this game, as we're just passing 40 minutes left on the clock.
This is it.
What's
3-5
the,
is gonna cap this point.
What's going to be the 5th point? Because this is, yeah, they're taking this.
Farm ruins, so offset to the south.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3-5 with that
Yeah, they just
PZ2.
wiped everybody, so that's definitely theirs.
Shame. That really sucks for WRTB right now.
Yeah, they had such a good opportunity on town center there, and immediate cap pressure on farm ruins.
Who was over there? Oh, yeah, they are over there.
Must have a garrison near-ish by.
What's the garrison look like for them? Do they have one down there, or were they just going to spawn?
Just
should have
one
one right
close, so they'll be able to flip this pretty
Why'd
quickly.
they all spawn
Yeah,
up
I was
there
about
and
to
not
say
down here?
exactly.
Oh,
Why did they all
There we
spawn?
go.
Okay, there.
Must have just been a faster spawn up there.
Yeah, that's what I think so too.
Oh, did that garrison just go down to the north, or is it still there?
It's still there. It's still there.
There's a
So,
76.
and yeah, they got a heavy coming down.
There's guys already in the hard cap going to be killing these guys coming up.
Major Tau taking out 2, fighting for his life. Conrad,
38 minutes. 38 minutes. There is still time.
tons of time.
But really, but I mean,
They got
what's
pushed
what's
so
the
far back. It takes so long to get into ruins.
and that 76 is already getting chased by AT. And,
Yeah.
yeah.
Splash him.
You're gonna die.
Got him.
You just get that rocket off.
Still infantry harassing the strong point.
Nope, so I saw
No longer.
the cap blink a little bit for WRTB on recapping ruins, but only for a split second. So I'm not sure if it's mainly just because of these massive spawns on that garrison on the red blue just
Where'd they
west
all
of
go?
ruins.
Where'd all Axis go?
Yeah, they went to spawn at a forward garrison.
Somewhere.
But dude, you're 1,000% right. We saw this happen in that coalition match that Mac was talking about. Oh shoot, he gets him. But the coalition match where it was ruins, and once the Axis are able to capture ruins, getting back in, it's so long. You have this open field out to the north. You have this road, which is just like, it feels like goes on forever.
One tank just holds it.
Right.
It can hold that whole entire road, and one tank can just hold that entire outside north side.
I think your best bet is to get somewhere over
Yep,
here
yep.
and push in from the north. But even so, getting there, it's alleyways, it's streets.
Well, I mean, it's also like you can get a tank down on that south side, and if you do, they also can't push that way because there's only one way in.
Right.
So it's like
Ruins is a very, very advantageous point to hold for the Axis, and unfortunately, very easy point to lose for the Allies.
If 3-5 is able to get a good garrison network down and have maybe a couple OPs to be recon to ping if WRTB tries to make a push. I mean, 3-5 is already trying to set kind of a frontline meat grind push for this last point. They got a couple OPs stretching to the south already, and if 3-5 gets their own kind of attacking garrison in their, blue sector, it spells big trouble for WRTB to finish this match.
I think we're seeing Ozone here, waiting on getting an outpost up. Or maybe he just set up one.
definitely be getting one up back here and just have 6-man
Yeah.
on this OP.
Be a
and
pest.
Just be terrible rats in the back.
Considering WRTB's fuel woes right now as well, if you're able to get people on that outpost and then, go to take out this 76 while they're still at 130 fuel for their team, you're not going to see a tank for a little bit. And if you do, it's going to be a medium, and you're the German, so you basically could hit it anywhere you want, and easy mode.
WRTB does have an outpost right here, right next to Ozone.
Yeah, they
and
do.
Ozone has not found it yet, so that OP just keeps pinging for WRTB. And Adam right here, or
Yeah.
I don't know what his full name is, but he suspects that there's 3-5 here, and he's correct. And I'm assuming he hears them because Ozone and this other guy are kind of making some noise.
He could have been there trying to put up maybe a garrison back there. That's not the worst spot for a garrison.
The grease gun lets him down.
For that SL.
Well, so I think there's a WRTB OP just in that trench.
Yeah, there is.
Are you able to look at that
right
map?
here.
Yeah, so it keeps pinging. So WRTB knows, and obviously one guy just got killed. Ozone might take it out if he just moves a little bit further.
It's in that bush there where Adam just spawned in.
Yeah.
Adam's gonna try to get some revenge on Ozone. That grease cut, man. Ozone.
I don't know if I don't know if this shotgun's gonna do any better, or if he's got the carbine. I mean, Ozone, I'm assuming, is looking in that direction. He's just waiting.
Oh, they're starting to cap again. At this point, they have somebody on the hard cap.
He has the carbine. Takes out Ozone, and we're seeing Clink over here. Goes down to drugs and nugs, but Mick over here is very close to popping the 3-5 outpost over here if he hasn't already.
Well, so drugs right now is not pinging that outpost,
Yeah,
so
yeah, it's not hot anymore,
maybe
so.
maybe
Right.
Von Gotti's moving down though these train tracks, so it depends. If drugs shoots him, then he gives away his position.
Might not be. I think the outpost is already gone. Oh boy, that's wiping out a squad in style right there.
Is WRTB making any
Yeah,
push?
they are.
progress?
They're making steady progress, but dude, what you were saying earlier, one
Yeah,
tank.
That tank could just sit there.
I mean, if he
As soon
splashes.
as I saw somebody down there, you splash and you just
Yeah,
hit everything.
this is a 3-man right now. If he
He's just machine gunning instead of splashing, though.
and that enables these guys to get around the corner.
Yeah.
Kvart, if he's able to get under. Yep, squad leaders.
He needs to move up a little bit more so you can see that corner a little bit better.
Yeah. This is an important micro battle right over here. If Kvart could get an OP down and get his squad in, and take out Monticello's squad and Hog, that would be massive. Fubar. It does some damage, but
You can't run back that way. That way's not safe anymore. There's a tank.
rocking a hard place.
They're getting way farther up there.
Yep.
They're not setting up their defense as probably as good as they should.
Monticello and Hogg moving through here. Going to be taking on Mannerheim and Parts. Parts,
if that
2.
3-5's too off, well,
Parts.
just
Oh,
take
Parts wipes them. Incredible play.
that.
5-0 dreams is what they've got.
Just Rambo right now. Or if you're able to look at the map, pull it up. Does
Yeah.
WRTB have anything in the north? They got what, 1 OP working?
Yep, item squad up in the north, and then they have
Looks
a nice
like
line
Item.
across
Yeah,
these
so
alleys.
if item gets a garrison up there,
I mean, look how much they've got a lot of supplies up there that they can put a garrison
Right.
with.
That's only 50, but, you know, you have a guy that can drop another 50 pretty easily. Let's go up to George squad up on the front line here. We got Hans.
Where are the rest of the Axis? I feel like there's like nobody. Where are they? Are they in the south, way down there, like trying to push the front?
I do think that they are trying to
I
maybe
feel like
do.
they're
Kind of
like, I don't see
scattered.
any of them out here.
A lot of them in the north, interestingly.
Yeah, what is going on here? Look at the south, like in front of the 5th point.
Let me, no, it's clear.
Oh, yep,
Oh,
there.
yeah, there they are.
Far south, they are going map edge. to try
One,
to sweep
2
around.
squad leaders and a spotter over here. We saw the point flash for a
They
moment.
just killed the commander, so the commander's knows, so.
Cap pressure begins on the ruins.
Map pressure begins. Good smoke.
Kind of what
A
you need
puff
to do
buzz-
again.
Okay, so that 3-5 guy just went down. That was kind of sweeping around behind. Puff, puff.
I'd like to know where 3-5's garrison is over here to see where the you know, if there's like a knee-jerk spawn the whole team over here reaction.
Check that courtyard where you just have those 2 guys spawn.
Over
Is
here?
it back there again?
Oh, yep, there it is. But that's a blue
Yep,
line.
there it
That's
is.
kind of cheating them out of a closer on point garrison. Not the end of the world,
Well,
You could always just put it 200 meters forward on this point.
but right. That's a good
That's
point
where
as
you have
well.
to be. It is
Yeah.
just like 3 ways in. So.
Yeah.
and I think they're 3-5's thinking for like commander and their squad leads.
Satchel.
If WRTB does happen to recap ruins, they can just do another quick massive redeploy on that blue line garrison and then just start contesting ruins immediately.
Yep.
But also it helps 3-5 have a garrison right there that could possibly not be so easy to destroy if they did put it basically right on top of ruins. So I mean, right here we can see if 3-5 is going to do a quick redeploy on that garrison.
Let's look over here so we can catch that if it happens.
What's the RD score looking like right now?
I can't pull up scoreboard while I'm
In admin camp?
in admin cam, yeah. Let me see if they have server stats enabled. I might be able to quickly check. This is WRTB's server.
So 3-5 did do a little bit of a spawn wave. They had about 5 guys just redeploy.
Yeah, I'm not seeing them with the stats page that I was able to find quickly, so we can check it out
Tanks, yeah, this is,
after the
this is what
game.
you can do with these 2 tanks. You can push that Tiger forward if you have a P4 just watching your back.
Right. Artillery is
Shelling the
hitting that Gary. Good
I
opportunity.
mean,
I hope he's getting on that P4. I hope they got
the way it's looking like though, the battle between WRTB,
Oh,
which
jeez.
3-5 is getting cap pressure on
they,
5th.
They came back. They know it's there.
They know it's there.
and
That might be the arty guy who pinged that because he's
It was
getting
like
probably a
tons
lot
kills
of
off of it.
yeah.
a lot of kills. Yeah.
Especially since you can see it. So it has to be the RD guy that marked it.
Yeah, right. Flare coming out. Cap
Does
pressure.
3-5 have a garrison
Okay.
on that
You gotta
south
be-
map edge?
You gotta be careful not to put too much to try and take runes back.
Yeah, they're basically
Resetting themselves, yeah.
yeah, they're resetting themselves. They really do not want to lose this 4th point.
Let's see what you were talking about though, Mac. Do they have a garrison on the
Yeah,
edge
do
here?
they have a garrison all the way down here at the map
Tiger.
edge?
I assume the Tiger's probably gonna be around the garrison. Maybe I'll...
Maybe go a little bit further towards the edge of that.
This is why I like to have the second co-caster in as an admin cam too, on the opposite side, just so you can like find that stuff out quick.
Yeah, we'll do that for next time. I think that's not the worst idea. We tried to sometimes have it where we can like go between perspectives, but some of the quality loss you get is tough. Yeah.
We tried to do that, and I stopped doing that. Just have the guy over there just to be like, the garrison's over here. Just like, that's it.
And you guys have like a primary caster, then that guy's not casting at the same time, right? Yeah. That's what we've kind of settled on, I think, as well. We joined back over here, this alleyway, just loaded with 3-5 infantry.
I mean, WRTB has a lot of manpower in this area on this front push.
Ooh, he got both of them.
STG, power.
Fubar, Kesner, former Berserk.
Oh, Fubar's going off.
He's just wrecking him.
That's incredible.
Can he get Zulu? Fubar's probably bandaging. You got Fat Hog coming back through that alleyway. Gets him.
STG so strong in this.
Fubar.
Does he get
This environment?
He ran inside.
Oh, he gets him, headshots him.
He's on 7 right now. Keep going, get that 8th.
Maybe this guy died. Oh nope, he takes out Aaron. Sorry, Fubar, you don't get the
8 piece. Not right now, at least. Maybe in just a moment with
right
Sharp.
Yep. Fubar's the last one. He's just working his way down. Are you able to pull up the map? Did WRTB ever get that garrison to the north? Or did that squad lead, that item squad lead get wiped?
It's wiped, yeah. We do see a garrison all the way down here, which is good. You know, if you can get over here, and then you can make something happen. If you're WRTB, certainly. Let's go over there really quick. That garrison just locked out, but I think the damage is done in terms of who spawned on it. We have a squad leader Senna over here. We have a squad leader Clink over here. Clink is a great player, good guy as well.
Hopefully WRTB. He's still putting Artie on that garrison. Just put another ping in whoever the squad leader of this infantry guy, if he's not a squad lead. I don't know, but he may see it. Hopefully friendly Artie doesn't kill him. Does Grom circle back? Is Grom a medic?
He's gonna get it.
He's satcheling it.
Come on, I want to see this medic kill. Yeah. Get that pistol.
Did he satchel it? No.
Oh man.
Grom the medic. That's something. See something new every day in these matches. Clink. Let's see if he's able to make something happen here. Remember, this is a long garrison, so it's that's probably why he went for the satchel rather than the dismantle.
But he had plenty of time to place a satchel. That's the thing.
Maybe he didn't have one. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I mean, and that's a damn shame if he didn't have. But Link has a massive spawn off his OP. He's got Priest, he's got Don Gotti, and he's got Judas.
All with
explosives.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Hopefully you have 2 satchels and 1 rocket.
Oh, look at that play!
Yep.
Really smart.
Hey, get Priest in there and have him just rocket it.
Watch out, everyone. No, they're gonna go for the satchel. Can't say I mind. Hopefully we get to see a juicy satchel here. Tau saw his garrison get locked out. He's gonna know something's up.
Yeah,
but is he gonna check?
Tau's not gonna. Nope, he's not. He's not gonna suspect a satchel.
Yeah. Oh, only one guy. That's sad. That would have been huge.
And they're both gonna die.
You know, I haven't really seen very many
all
machine
3
gunners.
Yeah, outside of that one guy that was posted up that we were looking at by Town Center.
That was it.
Yeah.
Usually, at least in PC, it's every squad has a machine gunner before access, and they're set up everywhere. It's the most annoying thing.
And that's the skill gap. There is a skill gap in regards to that. Like, a lot of the top teams, they do utilize the MGs effectively, and then some of these kind of, you know,
There's just so many places you can set up an MG on these type of maps that you just kill people from
Yeah.
so far away.
We were watching
For
a
sure.
really good clip the other day of during like a mixed match where a guy was has MG42 and he was in the rattiest bush spot that like gave him such dominance over a massive lane of fire, and one guy literally was shutting down push after push, like farming an outpost because his squad wasn't there to like move ahead of him. It was really, really good work, and it's so annoying.
Those things supplies landed in a bit of a dead sector, right? You can't climb in that backyard.
Correct.
Okay, so that's a good play. They're just gonna replace that garrison in the same spot because they don't want to lose. If they happen to lose ruins last minute, they can still bounce back.
Right.
WRTB starting to contest.
They're gonna find that? Oh, I think that guy might find that garrison right there on the right. Did he see it? I don't know if he saw it or not.
Which one? I'm sorry.
There's one that the tank just hit, but it's like being shelled by their own tank, where the tanker is right there.
Oh, okay.
Axis garrison.
Yeah.
I think he saw it. He's got to be able to hear it now.
There he goes.
But that P4 of the Tiger shell it.
I don't know if he's gonna be able to turn
They're
around
too
in
busy.
time. Yeah.
They're too busy.
You got Mannerheim probably has the satchel over here.
Yeah, that Tiger's.
Well,
Yeah,
if
that Tiger's screwed.
3-5 had a garrison right there, then they don't have the garrison in that courtyard yet. They just have those
Right.
100 stack of supplies just waiting. There's not a squad lead there.
And
right
he did
now.
get the satchel off on the Panzer IV. The Tiger's completely
Tiger's dead,
obscured.
too.
I can't even see
He got
him.
he got the satchel on there. He's dead.
Oh yeah, he did. You're right. Good call. Black May, be
Black
careful.
May's gonna-
Got out.
He's gonna go down with it.
He might be thinking that guy's the satchel guy. He probably didn't even see. He was so completely smoked.
Another satchel.
He's doubling up. I feel like it's.
This is the best opportunity WRTB has had to recap ruins here. No garrison, probably within 200 meters at the least, with that garrison going down, and I don't believe that other one is rebuilt yet.
Well, so they may have rebuilt it in that courtyard where that squad lead just ran out of.
Let's see.
So if you zoom in on that house right by the smoke, just north of it, you circle around, they may have placed one there. Doesn't look like it. It might just be OPs.
And look at this.
But a couple.
Stewart.
Got a Stewie wrapping around.
Cap pressure begins on the 5th as well, but more pressing problems for 3-5 on ruins.
Let's see how many. Let's look at the 5th. I want to see how many people are actually over there. They
One
like-
guy.
How many from the Axis side? How many Axis?
Oh. A
Three
few,
guys.
and
That's
yeah,
right.
a tank over there as well.
Well, you still got 3-5 in that tank pushing that south edge line.
This is
So
looking
This,
good.
this is going to be a cap race. I think WRTB is thinking we just kind of send it in absolutely last
Oh,
minute.
Oh, he
no.
really hit him.
He got two of them. He got two teammates with that rocket. That's brutal to see. This tank doing an amazing job where he is right now.
Is that another garrison? Did they just place a garrison? I can't tell. It looks like a bush next to that tree.
The garrison's not placed, but they're presuming that there is one here in shelling. Can't say I blame them.
Oh, those. Oh no, those supplies are still up.
Yep. Closing in on cap here. 17 minutes.
Look at town center real quick. They did a mass 3-5 is.
Yep. Yep, they're not going to
Yeah,
let any
sounds-
funny business happen over here.
They don't need runes to win, so they can just.
Garrison.
Hopefully Senna knows.
Ooh, big spawn wave.
Big spawn wave.
He knows that the garrison's there. He's definitely marked it for Artie. I know, Senna. He's definitely marked that.
Senna's in a very
Precarious situation.
yeah. He's in a predicament right now. He probably hears all these footsteps and he's just. Oh, yep. Look out the window.
He might not see it with that smoke right now, though. Honey Badger. Oh, he gets mined. When did that come in? Let's say
Man, the
two.
smoke needs to go away. Nope. Does he take one? Does he take one of them out?
No, it's the angle is really tough from up there.
He marked it. I mean, he just pinged, so the arty guy knows it's there. He just pinged it.
Yeah. Ruins under contest right now.
Yeah, I wonder if 3-5 got that blue line Gary back up.
Doesn't look like it.
Those supplies are still there.
Yeah.
I mean,
they could still be there though, they'd be in the blue zone. So I don't think that they have a Gary though. Not that I see anywhere over here.
I'm just curious if it's 100 or 50. Because I mean, 3-5 they're playing it like you know, to recap, if they lost
100.
ruins, 100. So they're just relying off OPs right now, which is fine. Definitely works.
WRTB has to be conscious that they don't want to lose all their progress that they've made thus far. But decent Gary in the north should help, but it is outside of the active... Wait, no, I'm sorry, it is not. It is inside the active sector, so let's them get some soft cap in, but if we back off here, kind of see if any big waves come in as we approach half cap now for 3-5.
WRTB needs to get a garrison on that south side to fit within the garrisons that they have, and they could make a push for town center.
This is why you need to like clear the sector before you leave.
You're seeing a big spawn wave.
The next one.
Top left of your screen. That's enough to get enough soft cap and turn this around a little bit.
Ubarsh is going on a tear. I'm kind of curious as to how many kills he has. He is a top shooter on console.
Yeah, Fubar, man.
He's just
going off.
He's just taken out 4 allies just being in that top window of that house. It looks like he's going back up to the top window. Yep.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. He is laying it on them. Between Fubar and Hot Dog with the SCG in this house, not gonna have a good time.
Are you able to peek at the map? Is WRTB, are they still...
They still are without a Gary in the south over here. They're moving up to the church,
think if
though.
they get Also, they just popped a flare, and you got some 3-5 on that southern road next to that mine that's on the map, but...
There's the Gary, by the way, Mac.
So there's the Gary, so WRTB could... They have the potential to make a push.
Yeah.
You know?
Let's go to the
and I
church.
think they got church presence. You know, you just gotta... Apache needs to time it perfectly. To have guys push off of those active sector garrisons just north and just south of ruins and really make a strong push. If these guys north by church hold their ground and are able to wipe out these 3-5 guys, then WRTB, if they're able to out-frag 3-5, work their way from the front line.
I mean, 13 minutes left, they should just be pulling everyone back to town center. Just
yeah.
Camp it out.
Interestingly, now the Tiger's moving up.
Move forward, yeah. Still haven't seen a 76 up here.
Yep. The
Oh,
farthest the
what's
76
going on
made
with
it was
tanks? Yeah,
ruins.
like,
We are at 160 fuel, and
yes, they are driving up.
here there's a heavy and a medium. That's gonna be
How much
their
munitions do they have?
269,
They had-
266.
They had to have been transferring from fuel. That's like the only way I think, which is weird.
I'll be honest with you, with me commanding, since we've done kind of the PC seasonal rules, I always have such an abundance of munitions. As for me, I don't really use bombing runs kind of willy-nilly, kind of like Apache has had to do because of just the immense pressure 3-5 has put. And him just kind of using the bombing runs, not as spawn killers, but as basically, you know, infantry, you know, killers to alleviate that pressure.
I think that's how
So,
it
I
is in
mean...
PC too. It's you use strafing runs and bombing runs just for garrisons, and that's it. So you like, if an enemy's on your garrison, you strafe it. You don't use it to kill people. You just use it to kill the one guy that's on your garrison.
I think what really set WRTB back this match was the tanks. not being able to stay alive and not really be able to be super effective pushing and attacking with infantry. And also, it
Like,
just
they,
kind
they
of...
they gotta be there to do that. Like I've only seen this
Yeah.
one guy and maybe the second one, but they've never been like together. They've got to be only running 2 tanks. Like I feel like you kind of have to have 3 in your set.
Biomed giving him a really hard time.
At minimum 3.
But thinking back to the start of the match, WRTB kind of botched their opening a little bit by kind of like a little half and half, but more on the side of map control, and it didn't get executed quite
Yeah,
well, which
they
is
got out.
super
They got out their
unfortunate.
trucks way too early. You can literally like drive to that south house on town center without running into any problems, and you can make it there before the Germans do.
I mean, if they're opening truck, exactly what you said, of them getting out too soon by gardens, if they would have just kept taking that truck towards that southwest alleyway by the gardens that you said is a key spot, it probably would have been a completely different game. But they
Town center on opener is so take the cap on opener heavy on this map. Like you would got to take the cap on opener. You should be dumping as many people as you can.
Tiger
I just heard a rig.
Yeah,
Yep.
this Tiger ricocheted off of the 76 over there.
All that
It's
smoke.
an annoying spot because there's so much stuff in the way. Yeah, that smoke not helping.
Looks like that tank is moving out a bit.
You can't really play this spot willy-nilly anymore either because there's so many backyard doors.
Yeah.
They can just come in behind you now.
Are you able to look at the map real quick, Cap?
Yeah.
See what's getting contested on the point.
Oh, they're surrounding. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
A chance. That's enough surrounding that they might.
Yeah.
How many guys do they have behind them? How many axes are like actually on the hard cap behind you?
Uh,
Alex,
2 squad leaders, and that tank
Oh,
takes
there's
out
guys.
the Tiger. Now
They
let's
might actually have a
Oh,
chance here.
This could.
No, they got a tiger on the point.
No, that's a oh yep, Tiger and a P4.
P4 is gonna go down.
Oh, saved by the Tiger.
So they're set up pretty good right there. He's got the hull gun facing forward,
Right.
and the back gun watching the P4 in the back.
How much manpower does Apache have, Cap?
Only
I wonder-
244.
I mean, at some point with 8 minutes left,
Oh, he
dude,
got
do
up
you
on him.
think
Shifty.
you
Got
think
him.
of maybe doing a high risk, high reward airhead of some sort?
I think you gotta
I
leave it
think-
all out there if you.
I mean, because
Depending on the
right now
teams-
you're down 2-3.
So for the most part, in like the higher divisions in PC, airheads never work. They never work ever. Teams are pretty. They just watch because you can hear it coming. You know the sound of it. So as soon as you hear the sound, everybody looks up and can see where it's coming. So it like never works.
Do you guys have silent planes on PC?
No.
We have that on console. Oftentimes it's the airhead plane that's a silent one.
Yeah.
Oh, look at
This
this.
thing sounds.
Is that a medium? I think it is.
I think 3-5
He's
just
sideways. He
holds.
could hit him. He could hit him in the side right now. Yeah, there's one. Or is that the 76 way back?
Who's gonna back up? Oh, they're up the Tiger.
Why you know that 76 should be moving forward. Move forward, 76. Get the shot. No, not anymore.
Oh, and he's getting satcheled by Joker. Splash it.
See, Joker had time.
Oh, now really fire.
Joker
Did
had
he have
time
it
to
on?
climb up on top of the 76.
Yeah, there's no way he didn't get it on and just ran away. I thought you definitely put it on and then run away.
Oh, you got the medium.
Oh, they're just getting out and running away? What the? I think that's too late now.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely too late now.
Yeah.
Great play by 3-5 there.
3-5 have
Those,
really held their ground.
Those tanks, they definitely saved the day. The 2 tanks just on the point waiting.
One of them's taking
This
shot.
medium's gonna die immediately as soon as he comes around that corner. And goodbye.
And there you go. But this medium is under pressure as well. Hans Gruber, great name.
It's just
Yeah,
it's just
just
been
asking.
unfortunate for WRTB. It's unfortunate circumstances.
Oh, this is looking kind of good. They got a lot of good, kind of rockets.
Oh.
See those rockets.
Don Gotti, Ledford. Puts an end to that.
These tanks just holding it.
WRTB they had a lot of opportunities to take out these tanks. They try to capitalize on it, but I mean, props to the 3-5 tankers for being able to just splash off random objects close enough. And really, some of these 3-5 infantry guys coming to the rescue of some of these tanks. I mean, it's been good teamwork by
A little bit of cap pressure.
3-5.
I think at this point you stop bringing in satchels and just rock it.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of infantry in there. You could just take a couple lives to kill these things instead of dying every time you try to put a satchel.
German supplies coming in. Maybe a spawn point of some sort went down, or it's
Yeah, I
just
think they lost their garrison over here.
last case scenario.
It's definitely doable. You got enough people here. If they can just
Those-
pan chance.
Those WRTB guys to the north and the top right over by church, they really need to make a hard push. They need to make a hard push and really out-frag 3-5. And exactly what you guys have been saying. If
Look
they
at
do
that.
that, if
Karachenko gets 3. 4. Goes down to the guy in the
Senna's-
top.
Anna is a rifleman right now.
We got a flamethrower. There's a flamethrower. The rare beast. I'll get him.
It is very cool
God,
looking.
I wish the flamethrower was a little bit more liquidy.
Like it fell on top of you.
Yeah, like arc it.
Are you able to peek in that where Gentle just spawned? Do they have a garrison in
Kinda
that
like They just
in
kinda
that
like
bottom
put it
left
over here.
courtyard?
I think that's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
I think a lot of the game comes down to the 3-5's ability to keep their tanks up, and part of that comes from them being the team who captured the objective first, so they didn't have to push out if they didn't want to. But you saw each time WRTB struggling to get tanks into the point. But to their credit, they did an amazing job at taking out the 3-5 tanks with infantry, with P strikes. In that moment where they had a nice pressure on town center, we saw 3 tanks go down in less than 2.5 minutes.
Should have saved some ammo for a P strike in that last push there. That's always important too. Like that, those tanks weren't really moving. You could have killed any one of them with P strike. An American P strike is so much better.
Yeah. And we are seeing an airhead. That's a defensive airhead by 3-5.
There, yep.
Yeah, that's kind of what you should be using airheads for. Just like defensive airheads.
I mean, if we were able to see 3-5's, resource pool, I feel like 3-5 is. I feel like Gentle commanding, he's just sitting pretty on how much abilities he's able to have. He probably has a ton of manpower and a ton of fuel and munitions, and he's just spend it all. You win in 20 seconds. I mean, the game's already set, but
Absolute dominance here in the last stretch here for 3-5. Really committing to their town center defense, and a game well played by them. You can't take it away from them. They played a tough game. WRTB going for a really nice map control move at the start, but town center just so difficult, and coming up a little short here today. But we all got to witness a very, very competitive game from start to end, really. Points changing hands is always good to see, and I'm so glad I was able to cast this. And Mac, thank you so much for joining me here today.
Yeah, it was a good time. I would definitely say WRTB should definitely be a little bit more aggressive. I think that's the only thing that I saw that they kind of, they had the North for a long time and didn't really take advantage of it on the opener. They didn't really push in on the opener. Both teams didn't. Like, if they had pushed in on the opener, they would have taken it, because there was like no access up there.
We did see that incredible strafing run just at the start as well, which took out about 15 axis. So, Mac, what about you? What do you think really decided the game here? Any important moments in particular?
For me, it a lot of it does come down to like the opener. Exactly what Du said about being more aggressive. I mean, we talked about it earlier. That first transport truck, kind of on the meat grind portion, straight west of town center, kind of got out way too early. Kind of really a passive play of maybe hoping not to get sniped. I feel like they could have pushed a little bit further, but exactly what Du said. If they had the North presence, they had the church, which is a huge kind of tipping point, because you can really be able to sweep your way down and recap the point. They just took, in my eyes, way too long to really be aggressive from the North. Because they did have a good presence North, and they had a good presence South. Yeah. They were just kind of lacking in that meat grind spot. So just a little bit, just a little bit meaner, a little bit tougher. And I feel like this game easily could have gone WRTB's way, but they played super tough.
Yeah, we see Sal with 991 combat score, and I'm not sure who their artilleryman was. See if anything jumps out to us. Doesn't really.
On the opposite side, though, I think 3.5 could be maybe a little less aggressive after they take. Like, they took fourth and kind of moved off it real fast instead of you could really secure it. And
they tried to see some of that momentum there. Yeah, off of.
I mean, it's not bad, but like as soon as that doesn't work, you should be trying to secure the sector and just stall for as much time as possible.
Right.
And if you have enough time, go for fifth.
Well, again, boys, I'd like to thank you so much for joining us on the broadcast. I'd like to thank you, the viewers, for tuning in to an excellent match between these two great teams. And stay tuned for some more streams later tonight on the TPL official Twitch. We will be doing a TPL light match